So why are overpowered characters dangerous? Well, one thing that can happen when you've got an overpowered character is you kind of lose the story. So I was actually just talking about this with an author. We were talking about how if you have an overpowered character, usually the things that create conflict are something where they can't use their powers. So they might be really good at combat, but maybe not very good at painting. And now they have to go do a painting thing. So they have to go figure that out. Or you have the classic like superhero thing where like Superman has the problems where most of the time it's on his personal life and his superhero life. There's conflict between the two, so that can create fun. But if you just have an overpowered character being overpowered, then it kind of limits the amount of conflict you can have and limits the amount of story you can get out of it. So actually, this is something that's really interesting with cultivation and LitRPG of you've got different stages, right? So these are bottlenecks, not only for the character themselves, but other characters too. So if you've got all of these people, say they all need I forgot what I called it in my chat with my buddy. I was like, it's like the token of Fugazi, right? And so for the token of Fugazi, you can go from Earth level to Sky level, right? We're talking cultivation here, or you go from like level 10 to level 11, right? So you need this singular item, but also all of these other people need this singular item. Then that creates a lot of conflict if you're really strong, but you're capped by this level, or you're capped by this cultivation. So you have to work really hard to get stronger. Also, when you're overpowered, there's like different things of like maybe you're not overpowered in all aspects, right? Like there's jack of all trades, right? If you master one thing, you're going to be really really strong, which is another part, right? Of that means you either have to work with a party, you have to use other things to make yourself like make up for your weaknesses, right? So you can min max, which it's not great for real life, which is I don't try to do that with characters, but you can also learn, okay, what is one thing I can do that can give me a lot of power in one area, and like what's a complementary thing with that. So like if you go, hey, I know how to smith something, okay, you can make a sword. Well, if you get an enchanter, then you can make a sword better. Wait, if you were to smith a gun and then you were to have an enchanter enchant the gun, and then you were to use alchemy to make like powder for rounds, now you have one heck of a weapon.